We begin with breaking news. A homicide investigation is underway in Summers. It's a story we've been following closely for several hours now. Let's get right out to your reporter, Logan Perrone, live at that scene on South Road. Logan, what do we know right now?
Well, Sam, details still very much limited at this time. Some updates from this morning, though. Route 83, South Road, is back open. The investigation still very much ongoing at this hour. You can see Connecticut State Police still outside the home, that yellow tape blocking off the driveway. We know that troopers responded to the house there on South Road. That was around 4 a.m. Tuesday morning. Major Crimes is now here on the scene, still investigating. Again, road back open for the public. State police say they did find a person with an apparent gunshot wound dead inside, and a second individual was found and taken for questioning as part of this investigation. Now, our crews out here, we saw the police cruisers, similar to the way they are now, outside the home investigating, troopers walking on the front lawn with a woman on the steps. And again, we don't know the exact connection between her, the person they detained in this investigation. State police not releasing the identities of any of those people involved or saying anything about what led up to the shooting. Now, troopers say there's not an ongoing threat to the public at this hour, and within the last, say, 30 minutes that we've been out here, police were taking photos of a white SUV just around the corner behind us on Parker Road. But again, we don't have any information if or how that might be connected to the shooting. Again, want to emphasize here, very limited details at this time. And as they become available to us, we'll make sure to bring you the latest on our air and online, WFSB.com. For now, I'm your reporter live in Summers, Logan Perrone, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.